A warm welcome to another episode of Sister Talk. Okay, so it's been a journey, right, guys, sisters?
An amazing journey.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
So, just for those who are joining us, I'd like to introduce you to my sisters. My name is Emily Nemapare, and on my left-hand side, I've got Lillian Mbaiwa, and on my right, I've got Jacqueline Rugayo, and we make up Sister Talk. It's been quite a journey, and like we've said, we've had a couple of episodes. But before we get into the topic of today, I think we need to do a bit of a flashback and just kind of say, what has resonated with us, significantly over the past couple of episodes. And I was talking to Auntie Jackie over this week, and I was looking at some of the episodes, and I said, boy, what an experience it has been for me.
Yeah.
I kind of am trying to reintroduce myself to you as sisters, and I'm learning a lot from just the interaction. What has it done for you, Auntie?
Yeah, I think we never expected to feel this way, and we thought we knew each other. But I think we've learned over just a few episodes that actually what we knew about each other is actually not even all that is there. And also learning about myself, like what is comfortable for me, what is not comfortable for me. I think I think we should disclose to the audience that we threw away 3 of our first shows because we were so shocked by what we were seeing. We're like, no, that's not what we look at. It made us realize we are so vulnerable. And we were surprised by what we saw, good and bad.
I remember actually getting into a bit of a depression after I saw the last ones. Until when you saw those, when you saw that, what went through your mind?
Well, if you have never done any, you've never been on TV.
Yeah.
You kind of like get shocked, the first time that you see yourself. I don't know if that's through other people's eyes.
Yeah.
Because I'm just happy that they say that when you are on TV you're like 5 kgs more than you really are.
Lord,
I think it's 5 kgs.
I hope that.
But for
are
me,
you sure
it was
it's not
like,
10?
oh my God, I'm so fat.
I remember asking the editing team, can you please Photoshop our stuff and our chins and
like,
everything?
no, this is not working. But I think it has been just an amazing journey because at a personal level, it has also helped me to know myself better.
Yeah.
And, physically and emotionally, because, emotionally you think you know yourself, but then you discover certain things on the journey. You discover physical, things as well. That's, okay, so that's what my face looks like to other people. And that's what my tummy is looking like these days. I need to do something about it. But I think most importantly as well, as sisters, I actually am learning a lot about, my sisterhood with my 2 sisters. And I think not just with my 2 sisters, it's with other sisters out there that we've been able to reach out to. But it's been an amazing journey.
And the feedback has been phenomenal.
Yes,
and
it's
just not even about the 3 of us, but everyone who is watching the show. Your feedback has just really changed our lives. And I remember having to take a moment personally and saying, I have all these body image issues, but I need to overcome that. Because the message and the reason why we come and sit on this couch is bigger than my own insecurities. So for me, I think it was a personal journey. I'm not there yet, granted. None of us are. But it just brings us to today's topic. So, okay. So this is the issue. And I know if anyone who is watching in Zimbabwe, you've seen that there have been conversations around makeup. Do we do makeup? Do we not do makeup? What does that signify? What does that speak to? So here's my question that I'm going to throw out to not only the sisters here on the couch, but to everyone who's watching as well. Is makeup wearing you, or are you wearing makeup? So let me start with Auntie Lo.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So that's a good question. And I would like to wear makeup and not have it wear me. But, at the same time, I have been trying to analyze it to myself and saying, are you sure that you're wearing makeup and makeup is not wearing you? But, for me, my journey with makeup is actually quite complicated as I start to think about it. But I think a healthy sort of like position for me that I should maybe take is that I think makeup is a choice. I must, just like I choose to wear a particular perfume on a particular day because of my mood, and I choose to wear certain colors or certain clothes, on a daily basis because of where I am emotionally, physically, and everything else on that particular day. So I don't know, to answer your question.
So today, are you wearing makeup, or is makeup wearing you today?
Today I'm wearing makeup. I'm in control.
You go, girl.
Yes.
All right, so Auntie Jackie, what are you wearing makeup? Is it wearing you?
No, today I think I am wearing makeup. And I think it's through this journey of Sistertalk, by the way, because it made me vulnerable. I never like to, I realized that I didn't like to look at myself in the mirror very long. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would just kind of glance at myself and go, like, we know the diva in this group is, Auntie Lily, when she's putting on her makeup.
I really want to understand that. What do you mean you didn't like to look at yourself?
I didn't. I actually realized I wasn't comfortable looking at myself because I would not be comfortable with maybe what I saw.
Like full body or like just your face?
I think my face, because I just didn't understand how you spend time, like the selfie business. Like, that's not me doing selfies. So I realized I actually had to figure out why is it that I don't like looking at myself. And I normally meet with some youth on a Friday, and I thought, just to make sure I'm healthy, I asked them, how many of you like to look at yourself? Half of them said they like to look at themselves. The other half said they don't. So there are people who actually don't like to look at themselves, and I was one of them. And I'm trying to get over that. So it affects my makeup about whether makeup is wearing me or not.
Okay.
So I think it is just to that question to say, is makeup wearing me or not? So you will not see me spending hours on makeup. No.
So, okay, before I answer that, let me just quickly say, makeup sometimes wears me. And I'll leave that out there. But we're going to take a break. So for everyone who's watching, don't leave. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Sistertalk. And if you're joining us, we are talking about, is makeup wearing you, or are you wearing makeup? And as we were talking to Auntie Jackie, I was about to respond, just my response very quickly. There's something that I want to talk to you about, about the mirror thing. But for me, I sometimes feel like makeup wears me. And it's because I feel like it's my armor sometimes. Like I need it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could really go out without like not even just lip gloss, like not even some powder. For me, I think that's like my basic thing. I don't put a lot of makeup, but when I do, I mean, outside of Sistertalk, but if I do, I feel like I need to leave home with something. Yeah. If you catch me at home, I think I'm okay, but outside, and where this comes from is from her. Yes. Because when we were growing up,
I'm telling you,
you used to always say to us, how you guys, you're leaving the house like this? And I would be like, okay, so what is this? What is the leaving the house like this? So I became very conscious of leaving the house like perfect. And from the age of like 0 to now, you used to always drill that. Didn't you?
She's actually a terror. If she sees you out there without anything. I remember one time, a friend of mine, we went to visit her at her workplace. And we were looking very collegey, let me put it that way.
Grabby.
Wearing flops.
We had flip-flops and sweatpants and no makeup whatsoever.
And into another office.
Yes, and when you're working for development, sometimes we can be out in an emergency, okay, Auntie Lily? And she kicked us out of the office. She's like, go back home and put on your whatever. She was so upset with us. Like, she couldn't, and this friend of mine will never forget that. She's like,
but look,
what is Auntie Lily saying? If I come to you, I need to make sure I'm on point and everything. Yeah, but I wanted to ask Auntie Lily, when we started to talk about this, because you started this so early. It's not like you learned it, like to want to put on makeup. Like you being the diva and, always wanting, what is it? What made you want to
And I don't think she got it from mom. I don't think she got it from mom, actually.
No, but I think I got part of it from mom. Because, mom was a diva. If you look at her old pictures, she'll be wearing, she's a diva. She's just become even a bigger diva. She will be wearing minis and she'll be looking nice. She'll be wearing wigs and, think about it.
I used to use that against her to say, you're saying don't wear a miniskirt, and I whip out a picture and say, this is you. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know where I got it from. I think partly from her, but let me just clarify to you, my little sisters.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
When I used to say, you can't walk out of the house without paying attention to how you're looking. I didn't necessarily mean makeup. Like for example, myself on a weekend, I don't put on makeup, but I go outside the house. But I just pay attention to, my appearance,
Yeah, the memo didn't come like that. I'm just saying.
In fact, my point was always don't leave the house without bathing.
But it
was more about bathing.
No, it was not bathing.
that I had baths
than makeup. So so I don't know where I learned it from.
Okay.
But I always feel that you need to be conscious about how you look, and you need to be appropriate. Like that at the time,
that was not appropriate.
and it was, and I didn't kick you out of my office for exaggerating. So it was about, it was a work day, you were in a corporate setting, you're coming from your own corporate setting, and you were just looking like, guys, are you serious? What are you doing?
Is that your sister?
Why are you walking around like that? Because
so did you feel like because of her image, it reflected on you?
Nothing,
and that there was a bit of a weight?
It was more like a just trying to teach.
Okay.
Just the same thing that, look, there's a place and a time for everything. So when you are, at work on a normal working day, at least pay a bit attention to how you look. Because, that's how people then start to perceive you. And that's how, people start to take you seriously. Not so much makeup, but, just the care you take to make sure that you are appropriately presented whenever you are, wherever you are.
So when you talk about that, remember, so we did a bit of an experiment for those who are watching. We took before and after pictures. Ta-da! You can see them, they're there. So we're going to quickly go through them. So we're going to start with you, Auntie Lo. That's your before picture.
What do you think?
And so what was happening there with you? Would you have walked like that to your office? Would you feel comfortable, shopping in the supermarket looking like that?
Oh, definitely shopping in the supermarket, walking around like that anywhere else, fine. I think I look fine. That's a true representation of who I am. And, like I said, on a weekend, I'm like that through and through. Except when I go to church, I like to dress up for church. And then, at work, I feel that, you need to take a bit more extra care. So that, you are a bit more formal. And I feel like makeup for me, it kind of like represents, the look that I'm having at any particular time. So if I'm in a, formal attire and I'm at work, I'll just, do a little bit of a touch-up of makeup. I don't wear too much makeup either, except on Sistertalk. But, but I don't really have any issues with how I look without makeup.
You mentioned something, and I know Auntie Jackie, we spoke about it. The work thing.
Yes.
So what is the impact of not wearing makeup at work and wearing makeup at work? And, even if it's a job interview, there's some stats that you were looking at. Auntie.
Yes, actually it was interesting when we were researching this, that actually there are companies who will not hire if you're not wearing makeup. So it was actually almost like 95% of the people who go for job interviews, women, they wear makeup. They feel like they have to wear makeup. So I don't know what it is. I think your first, place when you're being interviewed, you feel like putting on makeup helps you in terms of presenting yourself. They will sometimes not wear makeup all the time at work, but for a job interview, it was interesting to see that a large percentage of women will put on some kind of makeup or the other.
So those are biases. What do you call them?
Unconscious biases.
Unconscious biases.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think people actually do it without even realizing that they're doing it.
Yeah. So if you're a woman and you're at work, the question is, do you feel the pressure to put on makeup?
So Antilo, before we go to break, just quickly, that's you wearing makeup.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I like myself there as well. I think it's fun because I'm kind of like all dressed up and I have makeup that touches.
It's a combination.
Like
things.
it's the colors are kind of like coordinated,
and even the pose,
the dress,
and the pose as well,
and the pose. Yeah. So it's a mood.
And the total package.
It's a mood.
It's not only the makeup, but it's like the hair and just the clothing and everything.
Yeah, but it's the same hair and more or less the same
dress. Yeah.
But I think the makeup just brings a different
dynamic to it.
So before we get to you, Auntie Jackie, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to quickly do the two of us, and then maybe try and see what all of this means at the end of the day. So please stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll take a quick break. This is Sister Talk. Welcome back to Sister Talk. Auntie Jackie, that's you.
Yes.
Without makeup.
It is I.
Without makeup.
It is I.
Tell me.
You know what? I did look at it and I was like, okay, I can see some gray hairs on my eyebrows. I actually have gray hair on my eyebrows.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I was a little shocked by that. But I am normally like this. I normally don't put on too much makeup. Like I put on lip gloss and everything. I don't normally wear a duku or anything like that.
Okay, so that threw me off.
Because I hardly ever wear. I'm not a scarfy person.
Especially not in your hair.
Yeah. But I wasn't really totally shocked or disappointed. I think I'm fine with it. I'm comfortable moving around without makeup.
You look like you're younger.
I look younger.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So
this is interesting.
That's really interesting because when we were talking about this show, we were saying that some people actually look better. Younger. You lose the years. Mm-hmm. And so in other countries, I've noticed that young people try and pile on the makeup at a very early age to look older.
Exactly.
But it's unfortunate that life does that to you because when you're older, you want to start looking younger. Like how you were when you were in your 18 and whatever. So for me, that's interesting. So let's look at you with makeup. Okay.
Oh.
The dookie's gone.
I think that is one of the things that makes it.
I like that.
Okay. So actually, I actually have, when putting on makeup, I actually now like it. So through this experience, I'm like more conscious about going to get the right, shades and I find it fun now. So I want to explore that a little bit more.
I used to steal your makeup.
I know you did.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
And I used to experiment on all your, because I think the shades that you used to use, I really felt like they were natural colors.
They were more natural.
And I used to always steal her makeup.
Yeah. Confession time.
I probably stole from Lillian. So, we were
someone
sharing.
was stealing.
We were sharing. There you go, Auntie.
So that's me. So I have issues with this picture.
Okay.
Number one, I feel like I have dark eyes. I've always said this, that at least if I can cover up my dark eyes, then I'm kind of okay. Mm-hmm. They're there. Look. Like right around my eyes. And it could be the fact that I'm wearing a lot of mascara, so that when you're wiping off your makeup, you actually wipe up and then you've got residue. So I know I've got friends who are probably watching this show and are saying, Emily, we keep on telling you that there has to be a routine that you take when you're taking off makeup. I don't follow that routine. So I kind of just either fall asleep with my makeup on or I take a wipe and I take it off. But
But I like it as well. I think it's great as well.
It came out okay. But this is not
fresh.
me though. I would have a lot of insecurities with this picture.
But at
to be
home
honest
on a
with you.
weekend, this is you. I always laugh because this is you getting home. She's like, wig off and whatever it is. And she's like,
I think we all do that.
we all do that, right?
When I'm parking the car outside, I'm like, wig, take off, whatever.
Yeah.
So let's see with me with makeup. Oh my gosh, who's that?
That is actually quite nice as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a lot of makeup as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think and remember I told you that around my eyes, I have a lot of insecurities around that.
That's
so
sorted.
it's sorted. Once that, and I never do my eyebrows. Like I can,
They can be
people at work will
So
know
that's
that.
wearing. That's you wearing makeup.
That's
not
me
makeup
wearing me.
because you're using it for specific purposes.
Coverage purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think when you look at personal branding, I think that has to be an element as well. Like, what are you branding yourself for? I love to talk about the issue of personal branding because it's a whole total package.
Yeah.
So I need to brand myself when I'm going into different spaces. And maybe that space needs me to put on a little bit of makeup, or sometimes it doesn't. And then I need to be conscious of what am I comfortable with in that space and what is it should never overcome who I really am to people, because I don't like that as well, to be presenting a falsehood. But do you think that sometimes when makeup wears us, we are trying to cover up something?
Yeah. I must say, I have thought about that a lot. And there are times that I have put on more makeup because I'm feeling a certain way. And I think that's an example of how makeup wears you. Because, you're kind of like feeling insecure for one reason or the other. It could be that you've had a long night out and you are kind of wanting to cover up the fatigue, or even emotionally.
Yeah.
Your
I was
soul,
about to
there's
say.
something that is missing inside of you. And you're just thinking that maybe if I put on makeup,
Yeah.
then I'm covering up for whether it's pain or shame or whatever
it's
it is
shame.
that you're trying to cover up.
Yeah.
So, there have been moments, I'm only talking about my own experience. There have been moments where I have wanted to cover that up with makeup.
Yeah.
When you talk about covering up, Auntie, the emotional part, it could actually be that you want people to focus on a certain part of you so that they can take away the focus on something else where there's your insecurity.
Exactly.
So it could be that you're short, you're tall, you're big, you're small, whatever that is. You want to divert the attention from that insecurity into something else. But for me, I think just a follow-up question, Auntie Jackie, why is makeup such a big deal? Like wearing it or not? So Ruveneko tweeted about makeup, and there was a Ruveneko challenge. And there was so much conversation around makeup. Men were coming in, women were coming in, and counter coming in, and all of that stuff. But does that not speak to how other people are also perceiving you as an individual and the social pressures around makeup?
Yeah, well, there are social pressures around makeup. And, I think because we're women, people are always expecting you to look a certain way in public.
Yeah.
But, my view is that I must look the way that I want to look at any particular point in time. And, if I feel like dolling myself up and putting on makeup, it's great. But if I feel like, look, I just want to put on a cap, no makeup, no wig or whatever, I must be allowed to do that. Although I wouldn't do without my wig.
And Alicia Keys as well.
Oh, don't get
Alicia
into the
Keys.
celebrities, but we'll do that in our last segment.
Yeah.
So let's just take a quick break. And for all those who are watching, the question that you should be asking yourself right now: is makeup wearing you, or are you wearing makeup? Stay tuned for the last segment of this episode, and we'll wrap it up. Welcome back to Sister Talk. Auntie Jackie, you were talking about Alicia Keys.
Yes, I think I really admired how her boldness in deciding in Hollywood, where makeup is makeup galore, she decided to just go without makeup. And it was a very big issue as well, to say, a lot of people had a lot to say about that. But she it's not that she doesn't wear makeup. She says she does when she feels like it, but most of the time she's going without. And I love that. Yeah.
Your parting words?
I think for me, I'm learning. I'm still trying to find myself, really. That question about is makeup wearing me or am I wearing makeup? It's about my inner self and my comfort. Like, I think it checks me as a person. How do I feel about myself? And then because the makeup is just like a dress or anything else that I put to brand myself. So maybe I'm in a space where I love this because I'm deciding what is the brand? What is brand Jackie? So this is what makeup has. So it's not really wearing me. I'm trying to figure out what place it has.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Antilo?
My parting words. So I like what Alicia Keys said. I think there was something to the effect that, I'm not saying that, I don't want to wear makeup. I'm just saying that I want to have a choice on whether to wear this makeup or not.
Yeah.
And I think that's my position.
Yeah.
I think it's great that we have this choice. And for me, I think, I'm fine. I'll wear makeup when I want.
Yeah.
And I won't wear it when I don't feel like it. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My choice is that I'll always wear makeup. So
go for it. And there's nothing wrong with
but it's a choice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
For all those who wear makeup, let's be strong. We can wear makeup. But so this brings us to the end of the show. And I just like to say that it's been very insightful. It's about choice. I think that's a really key message. But I would like to take an opportunity to just recognize all of our followers. Close to 4,000 people who are following us on Facebook. It may be small numbers to some people, but hey, we're feeling the love from all those who are giving us the love. Your comments and, your encouragement is really key for us. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're also on Instagram. And your comments really, really, uplift us. So
I love the comments.
I'm loving the comments. Good, bad, we're willing to take the criticism because we're on a journey of learning
as well.
So until our next episode of Sister Talk, sayonara. See you next week.